All Progressive Congress has mocked the former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi and hailed Abia State Governor Alex Otti because of their stance on the August planned protest. Correspondent reported that Peter Obi, who paid a visit to Governor Alex Otti in his country home, Mvosi, Isialangwa, South Local Government Area, backed the planned protest against President Bola Tinubu's government. Obi, speaking to press, said protest is an enshrined right of the citizens. He said that the duty of government remained to address the concerns of the citizens. He advised the government to listen and address the demands of the citizens. Obi added that the planned protest is fueled by hunger in the country caused by the government's policies. On his part, the host, Governor Otti, differed from former governor of Anambra State. Otti said that while protests remain the right of the citizen, there is hunger. Protest should not be the option for settlement. All right, we are looking at two compatriots of the same party.
I like that.
Yeah, of the same party, ideals and hopes and dreams, all in the Labour Party.
Yeah.
And Peter Obi, being a very vocal and vociferous person on the national stage, has been trying to act the role of the opposition.
Yeah.
An opposition per se.
Yeah.
So he has backed the planned protest coming, saying that hunger is the cause of this protest.
Yeah.
At the same time, you now have a situation where Peter Obi, in visiting Governor Alex Otti, is now getting a different opinion from Alex Otti. Alex Otti says, yes, planned protest is your right. It's the right of every citizen.
Yeah.
But is the protest going to be the solution to the problem?
Okay, you know, I'm sure Peter... Nigerians, so choice, but I mean, he was giving someone else. Now see what we're going through. But the position of Alex was quite different when he said, no, yeah, protest is the right of the people, but it's not, there can be another way out. That was diplomacy, if you ask me. And that's what politics does, especially when you're trying to tread with caution. So that was diplomacy on the part of the Abia State Governor. He was very diplomatic. He was expecting, oh yeah, let's protest, but it didn't come as he expected.
Can you really fault? Can you really fault Governor Alex Otti?
That's what I'm saying.
Is the protest going to be? Is the protest really the only solution to addressing the hardship in the country, of which we know that the hardship in the land is not just concentrated on only Nigeria.
Yes, of course.
I mean, the world as a whole is in shambles. I mean, there's an ongoing war in Gaza.
Yeah.
Which might expand up to Lebanon.
It's already escalating.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then the one between the brothers, Russia and Ukraine, are still on.
Yeah.
Sucking dry the world of its resources, because war is not cheap.
That's right.
And now, bread, the cost of bread is high because these two nations,
Yes,
Ukraine and
major
Russia, are the
suppliers
breadbasket
of wheat. That's right.
I mean, okay, if we can't afford bread because two countries are at war, why should we blame wholly the federal government of Nigeria for bread, the price of bread skyrocketing? And now, protests per se, Nigerians don't have a very good history with protests because it is always prone to being hijacked.
Yes.
And properties will be lost. Are we trying to solve a problem or are we trying to create one? Fault the position and the stance of Governor Alex Otti, if you could.
Well, as much as I earlier said that was diplomacy, but then again, I think not too many Nigerians understand that, especially, listen, when it comes to governance, the people won't take anything for an excuse. They expect you to do the magic, make the system work, make people at least have 2 square meals to eat. We don't want excuses. The global front, what is happening in the globe, the war between Ukraine, Russia, Israel, and the Palestinians is impacting on the world economy. But not too many Nigerians understand this. So to say that Alex Otti is the governor of Abia State is not right, well, I'm not exactly saying that he's not right, as much as I'm saying that he's trying to be diplomatic. But then again, protest, I must say that is really not the way out, especially in Nigeria, like you said, loss of lives, properties, and not just that. Do you know what it means to shut down an economy for 24 hours?
Wow.
We lose quite a lot of money. But then, as a typical Nigeria, what have we asked for? We asked for a better country. So why are we getting this? So not too many people will understand that. How many people do you explain to that? It's not just the problem of the president. I mean, it's a global thing. Go away. We don't want to hear that. Fix the country. Let's eat. Let's have basic amenities. Let's have a better life. That's what we're asking. So, but for the governor of Abia State, he's not wrong in saying that protest is not the way out, that there can be another way out. Again, but I just see diplomacy playing somewhere along. That's it.
Okay, so be that as it may.
Yes.
Do we say that because Alex Otti is a sitting governor, he knows the implications of what it would cost him in his state? Peter Obi, for some time, he had not been on the hot seat of an executive.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time was at Anambra State some years ago. And though you cannot judge very clearly until you're seated at the hot seat.
That's right, exactly.
So I think that maybe because Alex Otti has seen the repercussions that might come if this protest in Abia State per se is hijacked.
Yeah.
And it turns on its head.
Exactly.
And they stand to lose more. Do you think there's another way that this protest or this upset can be channeled without going it all out on the streets? Because going it all out on the streets, we invite, I mean, we've pinpointed hunger as one of the reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, stores will be open, selling food and stuff. Markets will be open.
Yeah.
Businesses will be open.
Yeah.
Money flying up and down, and there's hunger in the land.
Oh my goodness.
Do you think there's another way that Nigerians would have channeled their protests to their leaders?
Yes. There's actually another way.
Oh,
protest
share with us.
Yeah, protest is usually not the way, but at least it can impact to a level. Especially when you know the government of the day, you know. So, especially for Nigerians, we know for some reasons, so far, of all the protests that dating back to the early 80s, you know, all the protests that Nigeria has had, there's been a level of success, but we lost a lot. As much as I agree that protest is really not the best way, there is another way. Another way is that we can have a dialogue. But the dialogue is almost not working. Every time you approach the government with a dialogue, it's always been pushed aside. For how long has Labour been attempted to dialogue with the government on a minimum wage? And it's been a problem. It's been a no, yes, until, okay, the president himself had to wait in and say, okay, let me meet with Labour leaders. And it was as soon as he met with Labour leaders, they were able to reach the minimum wage of 70,000, right? Yeah, 70,000. So you see, but that took a long time. So dialogue for me, I feel like is a first choice, okay? We can have a roundtable dialogue, okay, but that's if the government would listen. If we have a government that listens, then dialogue is a number one choice. But if we don't have a government that listens, then you see, Nigerians don't understand any other language than protest. So you see, in the absence of protest, dialogue, let's meet and talk about this. Let's agree on our common interest. What are the things that the people want? Can we afford it as a government? Is it doable? That's what dialogue should do. If it's doable, then go all out for it. Get all the machineries of government, everything you need to make it work. Make sure it works. And if it's not doable, be realistic. Tell the people, listen, you're making demands. This demand is way too much. And Nigerians too can be very funny. Sometimes we make very bogus demands that are not realistic. But then dialogue is, for me as an average Nigerian, dialogue is the first thing. But where dialogue is not working, protest.
All right. It says that if the government can listen,
yeah, that's it.
Dialogue should be the best way to channel our grievances. But if the government will not pay attention, the government will not be sympathetic to the plight of the people, they might have no other choice to take to the streets.
That's right.
We should try as much as possible to explore different other ways, other alternatives, any other way for us to be able to channel our grievances to the government without the attendant loss of lives and property that comes with mass-wide protest.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, we on ATM Politics will advise for caution, will advise for temperance, will advise for understanding. Nigeria is for all of us.
That's right.
We'll go for a short break. And when we return, more from Henry Oyemade. Stay tuned.